just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing?
Okay, we're here in Tarpon Springs, and we're looking at the Tarpon Springs Remembers Mother Mears. Mother Mears actually was here in Tarpon Springs. They came here. She was born in 1845 in Germany. They came here when she was 5, and she moved here to Tarpon Springs in 1882. They ran the Ferns Hotel right here on this place. But this is not just a mural. This is a heck of a relief. This is a beautiful piece of art. Tarpon Springs Remembers. Right here on the corner. Dorothy Ferries. And even the trash enclosure is relief mosaics, huh? I mean, come on. What do you think there?
Beautiful. Are you kidding me?
Beautiful. So we're now, this is our first stop. We're about to see Tarpon Springs. But had to come first and foremost to see the Mother Mary's relief mural. So we're just past Pinellas and on Tarpon, and we're going to walk down this street here a little ways, and this is historic downtown Tarpon Springs. We're away from the sponge docks and all that, but this is the historic part of downtown Tarpon Springs. Boy, you can't smell on the videos here, but
It smells so good.
that was nice walking by that door. But basically, you can see that it's a thriving little downtown area here. We'll walk in a couple of these places and maybe even sit down and have a cup of coffee and a snack, because there's a lot of sit down. It's the Bayou Cafe. They got bayous here?
They have bayous here.
They got bayous here. East Tarpon Avenue, Taylor Arcade, built 1910. Woo! Alright, here we go. Alright, so this is the Tarpon Springs Historical Society. This is the historic train depot, and we're going to step inside, right? And see, I'm gonna walk around this side over here before we go inside, just to get a look outside, because this is the old railroad tracks. So this is the side that you would come in on. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk right out here. Right, so I'm up on the railroad tracks now, and this is it, right?
Right, isn't this so awesome?
It is awesome.
And
so
this is, yeah, the track.
before we go do a little bit more sightseeing, let's walk inside and see what it looks like. All right, here we go.
Springs got started.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting, I think. Florida was in dire financial straits. This was after the Civil War, like say 1868, about that time. And so there was a wealthy Pittsburgh man who came down and bought 4 million acres for 25 cents an acre. And that was Pinellas, Pasco, Hernando, Polk, way on over there, you know.
Wow.
So he needed to make some money, you know, off of his purchase there. And he had a friend, Mr. Demons, who he hired to build a railroad from Sanford, because you know there was
That's where the
East Coast
Yeah.
flagglers.
Right.
So he started in Sanford and built it across over to here, and it was called the Orange Belt Railroad. Of course, you know, there was quite a bit of orange groves
Oh,
at
yeah.
that time. So it came to here, and then it went from here down to Clearwater and St. Pete. Floors.
No kidding. Wow.
Bridge and everything. The difference is that where this door is, that was a solid wall, because there was segregation of the races at that time. And so right here was the door for white people to come in this side. And the white people had 2 bathrooms there. And on the other side there was the black side.
Wow.
That's separate but equal, but they only had 1 bathroom. And the white people had a big window.
That is amazing and crazy, isn't it? Wow.
It just is. Of course, I lived through, you know, here in Florida, all that, and so I've seen a lot of
I
what
bet.
I consider improvement.
Yeah.
We have more to
Yes.
go.
We have a lot of ways to go, but there has
But
been a
it's
lot
so
of
much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
In Seminole County, where we're from, the old train tracks have been converted, since they're no longer used, to bike paths. And so here you go right through Tarpon Springs. Let me turn this thing around. There goes Linda, gonna take a few pictures. But right down through here, you can see, as far as you can see, the bike path goes. It's the old train tracks. That's about a genius thing to do with property that's pretty much already developed. You just yank the tracks up and put a surface down that you can walk and ride a bicycle on. Genius, and I'm glad people are doing it. Okay, so behind us, over our shoulder, is the Train Depot Museum. And oh my goodness,
It's a must-see. It is so very cool. A lot of history about the railroad, but even more history about Tarpon Springs.
right, and pretty much every aspect of it. And I
Right.
think we you know, depends on how it gets edited and what we have, you'll see bits of it. But again, like we say on every video, the camera, the videos, they don't do
No.
it justice. If you're here, stop in and see it.
And it's
way
free.
worth it. Oh yeah, and it's free, and really nice people working there.
Super nice.
So there you go. Oh, we're just passing the Orange Cycle Creamery,
Oh my goodness.
and I've read that that's really good, but we're just not. It's not time. It's not a.
Maybe it's when we come back.
Maybe when we come back, we'll see what we got.
That's the coolest dress you've ever seen.
Well, it's the coolest dress you've ever seen. What are those?
I forget what they're called. No, there's a name for them, and I cannot remember.
Well, here's the thing. This is the Con World Emporium. Sci-fi, fantasy, anime, gaming. So here we go. Pond World
Super
Emporium.
cool. And look at the game right here.
Tarpon Springs Open. Holly. Okay, so right here, this must be the place. Whoa, it says so right there. Look at this. Community Mural 21, Emily Taman. So apparently Emily Taman did that mural, and I think that Emily did a very good job of it. What do you think?
We like Emily's.
Yeah. I've seen online, we have been coming to Tarpon Springs pretty much since the 60s, 1960s. But one thing they talk about is the amount of craft breweries that they have here. And there's the first one we've seen right across the road there, the Two Frogs Brewing Company.
Look upstairs for that.
Yeah, oh look at the lounge chairs and recliners upstairs. You gotta love it. Coffee, bakery, and Deley Eats. Well, there you go, Urban Ground Coffee Shop. And there's, just the meat market. I'm not going to walk in because they're not going to buy anything. I hate to just walk around and film, but you get the idea that it's just a old butcher. I mean, look at this. I love it. All right, so we're here at the corner of Tarpon. We're about to go another block over, and Ring. And heading down through here, you'll see that these houses are rather ornate. And that's because they're left over from the turn of last century, 1900 through maybe 1930, when this was like a playground for rich people.
Right.
They'd run the railroad down from Sanford, and they were competing with Flagler on the other side for all the northerners coming down to get out of the cold winters. And so as you go through here, we're not going to take those walks down through there, but you see just rows of those houses that people built to come down. That's right, that's right. So here we go. Okay, so we're at the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church facility. This building that I'm up against here, I'm going to walk back so we get a good view of it, was completed in 1943. This congregation is before the turn of the 1900s, back in 1880s, 90s. But this particular church, they had outgrown the old one, and they built this one, completed it in 1943. Stained glass is prominent and is beautiful from the inside. You can go online and look at pictures of the inside of this place, but up top, you see up here around that rotunda, it's 23 stained glass windows depicting various stages of the life of Christ. It's a phenomenal building, phenomenal congregation, and a huge, huge part of the Greek culture and population here in Tarpon Springs. One of the biggest events, probably the biggest event, and as far as getting out past the community in Tarpon Springs, is every January 6th, the church here goes down to the dock and they throw a wooden cross in, and all the youth that are in good standing with the church have the right and the ability to jump in and try to retrieve that thing, and the one who retrieves it gets a year of good luck.
And it's to celebrate the baptism of Jesus, and also the end of the Christmas season, the beginning of the new year. So, it's a huge thing. Yeah,
January 6th every year, and it just, the crowds are phenomenal, and the reactions are great, and but yeah.
The young men just scramble. They're all in the water, and they throw the cross, and they just scramble to pull it up. And that one lucky boy gets it.
That's right, and his family gets a year of good luck. Okay, we've just stepped inside here, and oh my gosh, I'm not going to go in. You got to show respect, but for crying out loud, look at the quality of these windows. Look how ornate everything is. Look at the column. I mean, honestly, you could just spend all day in here just looking at every aspect of this. I have read that all the marble for this entire area here, and there are tons and tons and tons of it, were brought here from Greece to be installed into this church.
Just wanted to mention there is free public parking downtown. We walked by many parking lots, so that's not a problem.
All right, right through here at the stop sign, right through there, you can see the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church that we were just at, and we showed the statue of where the boy was retrieving the wooden cross that they throw in on January 6th. Well, this is the bayou here, and you see people. You've got all this space through here to congregate, to walk and look at. But every January 6th, they come out at that platform right there, toss the cross in the water, and every young person standing at the time of the church can jump in and try to retrieve it. And they do. And it is a huge ceremony. Huge. I'm not saying that Tarpon Springs is artistically minded, but when your sewer inlets, your stormwater runoff inlets, are murals, well, that's attention to detail. Okay, we're now at the corner of Dodekanis and Pinellas. This is the beginning of the row of sponge docks, and we're parked in the all-day parking. And the first thing you see as you get out of the car is the sponge factory, and it welcomes us to the sponge docks of Tarpon Springs, the sponge factory. Beautiful mural all the way down the side of this thing, and that is just the beginning.
That's right.
All right, let's go see what else they got for us. Okay, this is the beginning of the sponge docks right here. And as you look down the road here, it's all the businesses supporting what used to be a very prosperous sponging operation here. And but they've morphed into what they are now, and it's still a beautiful place to come and visit. Okay, here we are at the absolutely famous Sponge-O-Rama Sponge Factory. Now, again, this place has been here forever. Can we walk inside?
Yes.
Let's walk inside. Alright. Just inside of here is the Sponge movie. And we're not going to film it, but we're going to sit here and watch it. Good, how you doing? No, thank you.
You too.
Okay, so this is coming down the Dimitri's on the water. Oh look, it's a Sponge smiley face. Alright, so we're going to take a walk to the right here. Start picking up some of these boats. Oh yeah, this is it. Look for the orange top boat.
That's the guy talked to yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just go ahead and say this though. This is the only tour left here in Tarpon Springs that will take you out and let you see them diving for sponges with the bell suit and the old wetsuit. But the problem is we're in the middle of the summer and there's not enough people to have the diver on board. So they take you out for a sightseeing tour, but not a diving tour. So they're loading up now, getting ready to go. And Lynn and I are going to come back. We're going to do that again. It's been years and years and years. But we were, again, that used to be a very popular thing here, and there's a lot of boats doing it. But it's down to that one boat now, that one operator, and you just can't afford during the summer, with no more people than this out, to have the diver on board. But this is operating sponge boat right here. There you go. Right over here is a Taste of Greek Cafe. We have eaten there, but we're not going to today. We're going to try somewhere new, but that's somewhere that we've eaten we know was good from days gone by. We're going to start in the rain, so we're going to find somewhere to get inside and eat here pretty quick. But this used to be the sponge right here. It used to be the sponge market, and I mean, where they would bring them in and evaluate them and sell them to the buyers. They'd just come up to the dock here, unload, and this is where they did the sales, and then the buyers would pick them up and get started with the processing and all of them. It's called the Sponge Exchange. We'll walk in there on the way back out. In memory of the spongers of Tarpon Springs, right here. Beautiful little bronze statue. Alright, we're walking now in front of Hella's Restaurant and Bakery, and we've eaten there several times. We may wind up eating there today, because guess what? It's good.
It is delicious.
There's nothing wrong with eating there.
Want to join us on a cruise?
No, thank you. so we're approaching Hella's Bakery. We're going to walk right past it to the stand at Hella's restaurant. Alright, so we're walking into Hella's. We're going to see if they'll feed us today. How you doing?
2.
Beautiful place.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give her a call. And Erica's just down till 5 and I've got till
Across the way right there goes into the bakery, which when we finish our meal, we'll have to go into the bakery. Of course. Alright, here we are. Something around there. What do you think?
Beautiful. I can't wait to eat.
Let's take a look. Okay, so Linda, we're here and we're waiting on our food. There goes a plate of food right behind you. But you've seen out on the road how many people are not here. It's a Thursday, right? And it's warm. It's the middle of the summer, so there's just not a lot of tourists out. But look how this place is. The bottom line is, it's like this because it's good. People show up here to eat. So we'll have food here in a few minutes and we'll take a look at it and then we will eat it. All right. The bread has shown up and a little bit of seasoned oil to dip it in. So we might as well get started. All right, Linda, you want to talk about what you've got right there in front of you?
This is spanakopita. It's got spinach. And this is taropita. And it's a mixture of cheeses and different things.
All right.
And then I got some peas, potatoes, and rice.
All right. And I just went with the gyro. And we're going to split these things up. And we're going to do that right now because we're hungry and it's here in front of us.
Delicious.
Did you expect anything else?
So delicious. That was the spanakopita. And the, what is that?
Taropita.
Taropita. Let's try that. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty good.
So delicious. Both of them, absolutely delicious. And you can see Terry and I are sharing. So this is only half of it.
Right. Oh, beautiful.
And you got the gyros. There's tons of meat.
Yeah, I mean, that whole plate is full. That's all meat in there. So, yeah, this is a nice restaurant. Walking through the doorway out of the restaurant and into the bakery and the ice cream shop. Take a look at this.
Είσαι Αμερική, Καναδά, Αυστραλία, Γερμανία ή σε κάποιο άλλο μέρος του πλανήτη και ακούς τα νούμερα. Έτσι δεν είναι?
I don't know how you even decide. Could we just have one little bite of each?
Μπες τώρα στο dalcast.gr, επικοινώνησε μαζί μας και κάνε την επιχείρησή σου γνωστή παγκοσμίως.
Thank you.
Vanilla, this one.
here we are entering the Sponge Exchange. Handmade cigars, Tampa. And Tampa Bay are known for their cigars. They were rolling cigars in Tampa Bay as long as they were in Cuba. And we're just slightly north of Tampa Bay. Cigars are a big deal here. European aisle.
I think it's wet.
This is another of the local craft beer brewing companies right here on at the Sponge Docks. Okay, what?
They have a few of them.
They have a few of them. They haven't really been pointing them out so much, but if you're here walking, I understand this is a good one. Okay, so let's just take a look right here. These little sponges. Show us a little sponge for 24. Oh no. I wonder why that sponge is 24.
They're natural.
But isn't that one natural? This one's $2.98.
Well, I guess because they're bigger.
Alright, well, there's different kinds. And you pay different prices. These are local, straight out of the water, right out front here.
So they used to, well, you still can, but you set this in like a saucer. You can do other things with it, but you set it in a saucer of water, and then it, of course, wicks all the water up, and then you put seeds in here, and then they sprout.
Yeah, start your plants. Yeah. All right, very good, very good.
And air plants.
Careful. We're going to go in the Opa store just to give you a little flavor of what these shops are like down through here.